I'm Ryan Jones. I'm the Chief Operations Officer at Foregen. So what I do is I take care of the day-to-day operations at the nonprofit. I set up meetings with the scientists and we have monthly research progress reports. We also go over budgets together and set the roadmap and make sure that we have clear goals that we're striving to meet and that we meet them on time. I have a bachelor's degree from The Ohio State University and I have a master's in public administration from the University of Arizona. I wrote a research paper when I was a graduate student, and this class was about measuring the effectiveness of government programs. So I was doing research and I have an international background. I'm a returned Peace Corps volunteer and I've traveled a lot in my life, and I wanted to find a project in international development. So I landed upon Africa and I found out that the World Health Organization and other various government agencies were sponsoring circumcision programs in Africa, and I found that quite odd. So I began to pull at that thread a little bit and realize that there's all kinds of interesting issues, to say the least. That got me interested in the circumcision issue more broadly, and then I started to look into it, and realized that any reasonable, sensible person would take issue with performing unnecessary surgery on minors without their consent. So that drew me into this broader issue of trying to ameliorate the circumcision issue. And in around 2020, I emailed Foregen and offered to help fundraise on their behalf. And that email was received warmly, and so I started to fundraise for Foregen. Eventually I moved from that to managing their social media presence. And so in the beginning of 2023, there were staffing changes within Foregen. And because of my background in public administration and nonprofit management, I was offered the role to become the Chief Operations Officer, and I gladly accepted the role. And I've been very happy with my time so far with Foregen. The part of Foregen's mission that matters most to me, healing the emotional and physical pain that a lot of men feel, I take that very seriously, and that's the reason why I continue working for Foregen every day. It wasn't until I started volunteering for Foregen and speaking with so many men, but also their partners and their family members, and realizing that this issue has caused an under-examined and profound level of pain in society. And I think that Foregen represents the greatest hope we have to reverse that. And it's my honor and pleasure to be a part of creating a solution for that. I would like nothing more than to see a world where they have the opportunity to no longer live with that pain. Here's what I would like the world to understand about Foregen. We are a small, passionate group of individuals who are seeking to do something extremely innovative and groundbreaking that could potentially change the lives of a lot of people. I think that that's very important. What I've learned, and I don't have a scientific background, but I've learned that this is a project that could break new ground. It has many, many different challenges, which you'll hear from the scientists, but it's something that I feel confident can be achieved. It will just take time, patience, perseverance, and I think that it's worth putting the best effort forward that we can. That we are an ethically driven organization. We have an ethically driven mission. We don't exist just to satisfy idle curiosity or anything like that, or to chase after market incentives. We exist to solve a very real problem for a lot of people. So Foregen recently moved its research operations out of Italy to Slovakia. And the reason we did that was because we made the decision to make a strategic pivot. So the team that we're working with now has previous experience with conducting human clinical trials. They also have experience working with advanced biotechnological equipment like a bioreactor. And this, we feel, best prepares us to embark on a pathway to success to reach human clinical trials. That's the reason why we made that pivot. And now this project does take time and resources, but it does produce a robust amount of data and protocols that we need to ensure that we get regulatory approval. Foregen meets its staffing needs by relying primarily on volunteers on the American side, because Foregen is set up as an organization with operations in 2 primary locations. So all of our nonprofit and administrative activity happens in the US, and then all of our research happens in Europe, right now in Slovakia. On the American side, we are primarily volunteers. we do contract with the researchers in Slovakia. Now, the principal investigator is Dr. Stanislav Zarayan. He is working very closely with Jan Kovac, who's our bioengineer. They have PhD students working with them. They have other physicians working with them, coming in to fill specialized needs. And they have lab technicians working with them. Now, they are all employed under the contract that we have with these researchers. So that's how Foregen takes care of its staffing needs. Our intention in coming here and recording these videos is to show you, the Foregen supporters, exactly where your dollar is going. So we want you to see that this research is, resource intensive, but because of your support, we've been able to make all of this progress. Now we are able to plan ahead and we see a light at the end of the road. We can actually see the pathway to human clinicals. There may be some bumps and detours along the way, but we know more or less how to get there. That said, every dollar you give directly powers this research. You're paying for the time of staff in the lab, advanced equipment, and all the materials that we need to keep this research going. So please visit foregen.org, and if you go to our donate page, you can become a monthly subscriber where you can get access to our Discord server and communicate directly with myself, with William, and other members of the team to ask us questions, and to be first in line to get updates as soon as we publish them. Thank you.